Hello to all, my name is Tiong Chang Yu, and me and my team has done on a survey, which is a video gamer survey in Polytechnic Sultan Abdul Shah. So my presentation today is about the presenting our survey data. So let's see about it. So the first will they having effects to their grades on playing video games. So slightly near half of them with 48%, 48.6%, they will having no impacts on their grades. So maybe they study well, then they have a good time management for managing their study time, and they will not having trouble of it. So beside that, as you guys can see, with slightly more than two fins, with 44.6%, they will having a less impact on their grades. So maybe they not study well, or maybe they have some problem with time management that won't being a good well management on their time. So they will study some subject, and some subject they won't study. So last of all of that near a fins of them will having a big impact to their grades. So maybe they playing games until late night, then they won't study at all for final and didn't get prepared well of it. So let's move on to the next slide. So this slide will show you guys our survey that will they being led for their classes. Okay, so slightly more than a half, with 78.4%, they will be on time on their class, that they won't come late. And beside that, with a minority of them, with 70.6%, they will being a little bit late to their class. Maybe they play games until late night, then they can wake up on time, so they can be a little bit less for attempt to their class. So for the last of this slide, that attendance, there is a small number of them compared to the other tools, with 78.4% and 17.6%. They a little bit less, a little small number of them will not attempt to class because they cannot wake up, and they have not the focusing on class. So maybe they play games until late night, then they wake up like 10, but the class started at 8, so they being so late for the class, so they set a mindset that, oh, I cannot go to the class, something like that lah. So let's move on to the last slide. So this slide show you guys how much time of our respondents that they spend their time on their homework. So as you can see, slightly near a half, with 45.9% of them, they will do their homework in 5 to 10 hours per week. So maybe they are having a good time manage their homework, and they will pass the task as soon as possible they can, so they won't delay their work until the next week. So besides that, slightly most a third of them, with 33.8%, they will spend their time with 1 to 5 hours. Maybe they are copying their classmate works, or they are copying their roommate task, something like that, and they won't do it by themselves. So they just spend their time on 1 to 5 hours per week. So the nextly, with that minority of them, with 16.2% of them, they will spend their time on 10 to 15 hours per week. That they're having, maybe they're having a problem with their homeworks. Then they'll be shy to be asking for nature's idea and having a thought of their nature. So maybe they're having trouble with it, so they'll be shy. Maybe they're shy to ask or something else like that lah. So, and a very small number of them will be spending time with 15 to 20 hours in a week. So they are maybe delayed their homework, or they delay their, let's say they delay their last week task and submit with last minute submit in the last minute. So they're having trouble with it, and a small number of them will be having trouble of their homework. So that's all for me. Thank you for watching.